And we're live. Hey guys, welcome to the episode of Fangirls Assemble. We have the Trinity here. Look at this.
We're back. We're back.
We're back after it's been how long? I feel
I
like
know.
100 years.
forever. 100 years. It was literally like the SpongeBob, 100 years later. That's who we are. That we finally managed to reconvene.
I know.
Yeah, it's been a time.
It's been real, you guys. It's been unreally real.
So before we get into everything, Freya, can you tell us where we buy our books?
Let's see. I know I have it because it's seared in my memory. I have it bookmarked on my laptop, on my phone, and everything. It's called InStockTrades.com, you guys.
That's right.
Yeah, this is where you go to find all your graphic novels, and sometimes, at times, some of the special number ones, you can find them there as well for up to 42% off. It's just mind-blowing. You just get it. It's amazing. And then amazing shipping, amazing customer service. I mean, we love Emily over here in the show. And you should all, if you read comics, you should love Emily. Yeah. And that's where you go, In Stock Trades, for all you can. And this week, I was freaking out about it. Magnificent Miss Marvel, the first trade is actually at 50% off. So, which is about $7.99, $8.99, something like that. Yeah. I've already caught up with it because I was buying the singles. Because that's all Kristen's fault, because she got me into those framed single collecting situation.
I have some to show you today. It's bad.
Ooh. And every one of the covers were so good. I had to have it. So I've been actually kind of keeping up with it. It's not G. Willow Wilson, but Saladin Ahmed is trying to get do some of his own things. Some of the decisions that was made is kind of interesting. So I do recommend everyone to pick that up. And that's currently at 50% off this week.
Yeah, and if I can recommend the Angel Legacy Edition, Volume 1 came out. That is a chunker reprint. I know I haven't bought it yet either, but I need it. From Boom, if you've checked out their Firefly Legacy editions, I think they have a few other ones. They're very beautiful. The covers are very soft. You guys know here we like to rub covers on our face. That's out now, so you can get that at InStockTrades.com for a great price.
And I have a recent release. It just came out. Actually pre-ordered a thing. The Critical Role Vox Machina Origins. This is from a RPG podcast. But this is the prequel to their podcast in comic book form. It was released previously, but it went out of print. Basically, it was a limited release on the trade. And then finally, it's a full release of it. So I have it. It's beautiful.
So I actually see that, a lot of places. So that's actually a game podcast related.
Yeah. So it's another Dungeons and Dragons podcast, like Adventure Zone.
Okay.
It's really popular.
Okay.
Crazy popular. So they recently came out with a comic, and it's got art, or the cover's done by his name, Stepan Sejic, who does
that guy.
Yeah, Jam.
Some other stuff. Yeah, so, and it's really cute. It's just a nice trade. I don't usually get that excited about trades, mostly hardcovers, but it's nice.
I love that they're doing that with all these great podcasts now.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
When is the My Favorite Martyr comic will come out?
I mean, one day, guys.
One day.
I'm going to write it. It's going to be great.
Ooh, okay.
It'll just be Steven and Elvis running around frolicking with mustache powers and stuff. It's gonna be great.
And Cookie, don't forget Cookie.
Mm-hmm.
So InStockTrades.com. That's where you go to buy all your collected editions. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, El Denver says, IST. I'm sorry. I just covers your face. I'll make sure.
Hey, no, do it. It's worth it. He's talking about me anyway. Go ahead. I'll duck under.
So IST has Are You Listening in stock now.
Yes.
He needed to get $50. So, long story short, completely judged your opinion based on that book. So that's the new Tilly Walden, correct?
You could judge me on that. Yeah, it's so good, guys. I loved it so much. I highly recommend. I think both of you will really enjoy it.
I'm waiting for the library to give it to me.
So I'm
in the queue.
Yeah, I'm actually
nice.
gonna buy it from. I have a coupon from Barnes and Noble, so I was thinking of just ordering through Barnes and a coupon, and then get it from there.
And I have to say, I checked it out from the library, which was a trade paperback. There's a trade and a hardcover. First second does that sometimes. The trade, guys, it's so soft. I know I just mentioned rubbing a book on my face, but for real, it's so nice. So if you want to save a few extra dollars. Yeah, they have really nice trades
and hardcovers. Because I did a big library haul again, which we'll talk about. But I picked up the trade of Bloom.
Yeah, that one's nice too.
For a second,
yeah.
So, this is kind of like an advanced review, like an advanced showing. So I actually, from the New York Comic Con, I went to there for a second, the booth, and they were having a 30% off, which is kind of equivalent of IST. So I kind of picked this up. Just look at this.
It's so beautiful.
And it's so soft.
I love all those first second books, and they look really nice all together. First second, other books are the same size, and so
it's so nice.
Ooh, what did I do? Damn it. Okay.
Oh no, damage.
Yeah. A little bit of my lipstick got on it, but that's okay.
Oh, that was you. You did that. So what did they do?
That's what I did. But anyway, yeah. So it's and I really love it. I'm actually planning on picking up. Are You Listening? After you talked about it.
Oh,
so.
You have to.
Yes.
Well, I guess if we want to talk about recent reads really quick, I read Bloom today.
I loved it so much.
Oh my gosh,
it was so cute.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So for those of you at home who haven't read Bloom, Bloom is another slice of life book from First Second about this. These two guys end up working together in a bakery. That's my very quick and dirty of it.
Mm-hmm.
One kid, his parents own the bakery, so he's kind of oh man, I have to work with my parents, whatever. And then this other kid moves into town, and he's actually going to school for this, right? For baking and cooking and everything, the culinary arts, as it were. And ends up getting a job there. And so their relationship and everything, and
it blooms.
It blooms.
It sure does. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Nobody does it like First Second does.
It's so true. They have become, Maddie and I talked about this on probably 100 other episodes, but just one of my all-time favorite publishers.
Yeah,
I've read so many books from them this year, and they're all so good.
They're all good, and I don't know how they do it, honestly. And I check a lot of theirs from the library because it's just easily accessible that way, and I'm just always so happy. And the art.
Oh my gosh, the coloring, I love.
Yeah, that's what I was just I was talking about. That coloring of it is this palette of blue, green, grayish, and the fact that the cover actually kind of matches that.
Yeah.
It's very much I don't know if you have I should have brought mine with me. Laura didn't keep breaking up with me.
It's very similar.
It's very it's inside. It's all pink and everything.
Yeah, it's very muted tones.
And then the color, the thing matches with that. I wish I had mine with me, but that's just.
And my favorite part of Bloom, let me find it. Those pages that were kind of montages, kind of. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Beautiful.
I mean, that's
so
just
good.
I love
so well done.
It was so good.
It was. I love it.
Yeah, so we can talk about more recent reads. I read a bunch today from my library haul.
I want to know all about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's get the ball rolling.
I'll keep pulling it out of my bag. I finally read Check Please.
Yay!
Oh, so good.
Oh my gosh, Check Please is so good.
It's so good.
It wasn't what I was expecting at all. And I know people probably already heard us talk about this, but Check Please is what is it published by? Is this Boone?
It's actually a webcomic first. So
it's for First Second. Yeah.
I was gonna say I think it's the First Second. Yeah.
Yeah, and
but you can read it all online right now.
Right.
Yeah. So it's about Biddy, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Biddy going to college and being part of this hockey team, and basically like his journey or his like time with that team and school every year of school. Well, he also like does vlogs, so you get this like cute little like first person like vlog point of views from him, and then you still get to see his relationship with his teammates and his budding romance, which is a slow burn, you know, which is good. And oh man, he's so cute. He just likes baking pies and playing hockey. I just think that's adorable.
He, anytime I read him, I actually kind of hear the sound of Jack McBire, or like from 30 Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I hear his voice in it, and because he's also from Atlanta, right? Like he's also from like some southern Southern America, like not southern, like south, like
Yeah,
one of the
that's right.
southern states. And it just like it's so cute. So are you caught up? Like, you just read the first volume?
No, I just read the first volume today.
Oh, okay.
So now I have to go read all of it because
Right.
I still need to do that too.
And it's gonna come to an end next year.
Yeah.
I'm so sad because I was telling. So I met the writer at New York Comic Con,
Yeah.
and can you please remind me her name? Like it's a
I can't even pronounce it. It's like it's spelled Ngozi.
Ngozi. I think
Ukazu.
we're sorry. We're so sorry.
I believe it's something like that.
Yeah, butchering the name. So anyway, she's lovely to meet, and we were talking about the book. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna, all good things have to come to an end," and I'm like, "No." So I kind of told her about to make the next book about soccer and sushi. Because it was
Same brand going.
Yeah, she could stay in that brand, just like gay sports.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Like, why not? Because we were talking about the fencing he's taken from Fence, the Boom series. So I'm like, well, there's soccer and sushi. No one's doing anything with that. I mean, sushi can be really competitive, you guys. Like sushi making. So anyway, we did chat about that. It was just so like she was lovely.
I'm so glad you got to meet her.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'll read anything she does now. Anything.
Yeah, for sure.
And she just had. I was kind of happy to see there were people coming to see her. It wasn't like sometimes you go to the con, it's like, oh okay, like she had a following, so which is a good thing.
Mary said this is the part of the show where Kristen tries to say she isn't into sports.
Guys, I'm not into sports, but I love Check Please. And Fence and Avant-Gardes and
so I also checked out Guts.
Oh girl.
Woo!
I love you guys so much.
I'm so glad we're talking about this.
So I haven't read it yet, but
Oh, I have.
well, you know what?
I will tell you it's a very quick read, but
It is quick, but it's so good.
just so everybody knows, like this was the top selling book
Ever.
Out of all the books. Yeah.
top selling book, Guts.
#1 New York Times bestseller.
And it was such a big hit that when New York Times brought back its top graphic novel list because they had taken that away, right? Like this is a big deal.
Yeah.
It was really exciting. So this, and I won't spoil it, I guess, but
Don't spoil it.
it centers around anxiety, basically, and this girl dealing with that and not knowing what that means. And
Being a kid and having it. Yeah.
Yeah, and she did a great job. Like the author did a great job of, what does that look like to a kid? How does that feel to a kid? How do you describe it? Because when you have anxiety, it feels like you're sick. And how do you deal with that? How do you tell your friends? And, how would you even know? And being somebody with anxiety, like reading this, I was like, oh, I get you. I get you. I know what that's like to have that, like, be at school and have that feeling but not know what to do about it, or like not going to school because you don't feel well.
This is autobiographical, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's Raina as a kid. If you guys haven't read any Raina Telgemeier, I mean, she
What are you
has
doing with
amazing
your
art
life?
too. Yeah, what are you doing? Because I'm sure you've seen all these emoji books in like every store ever.
Yeah.
And they're worth it. It's not like, just for kids. Like these are great
Right.
all ages books. If you're an adult, you can enjoy this. And I mean, I love her art and her color work. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say that, The Smile, which is also autobiographical, it's about braces. Who among us didn't have braces? Like, if you had braces, those feelings.
I mean, I didn't.
Braces?
Okay.
Neither of you guys have braces?
No.
You know what? You should all read Smile anyway, so that you understand how we
Oh,
all
I've read
felt.
it. It's great.
Right? And then that whole thing of lying down in the dentist office while the dentist is going, like, it's so real, you guys. That's exactly how it feels. Like, and then also sisters, like, I mean, as someone with a sister, oh my God, I'm like, this is us. And my sister's like, please stop. So,
Well, I definitely want to read more of hers.
Yeah, her fiction work, like drama, I loved. Ghost was amazing.
Oh my God. Like, both of them, especially like sister though, because, there is like, so she has a younger sister and she like, that's me and my younger sister. Like, I'm the one who's like, la, 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 what is life? But my younger sister's like, hey, you need to calm down. So it was just perfect. I love this so much. So yeah, I got it too.
Nice.
And I definitely recommend to anyone to pick it up. And also, if you have any kid in your life, younger kid, get this for them.
Yeah. Anyone.
This is really helpful to know that you're not alone and, give them a relatable experience. Because kids deal with this. Everyone's dealing with this. And the earlier you can start thinking about it, the better. So
in Amazon, though, I think all four of her, all four of the previous ones, you can find them in a box set. Definitely, definitely Sisters and Smile. You can find it in a little box set, and it's like only like $20. It's a perfect birthday gift too. For like if you have if your kid's going to some friend's birthday or something like that, it's actually a very perfect gift.
I agree.
It's number one for a reason.
Yep.
Oh, there is a reason.
I also checked out 2 Tilly Walden books. Because basically, I wanted to finally catch up on all the Tilly Walden I haven't read.
Mm-hmm.
So I reserved everything I could through my library, but everything's on hold, which is great. I'm glad other people are reading it. But I got these 2 tiny books from her that are really, I mean, they're like 2-minute reads.
Yeah.
If that. But they're nice, really poignant little stories. So the first one is I Love This Part, which is about this couple. They seem like maybe they're high school couple or something. And again, this is like a 2-second read. Each page has like 1 line of dialogue, and it's just you going through their relationship. But it's beautiful still because I love that artwork and I love her storytelling. Really like this. And I also got A City Inside, which is very similar. I didn't know she had books like this. So, but they were really pretty, and they're very quick, but she still was able to kind of communicate something emotional and meaningful in these.
Who is the publisher for those books?
Avery Hill for this one at least. Yeah, they're both Avery Hill.
Oh, okay. I just kind of wanted to see the in comparison with Guts, just to see the size of it.
Yeah. Here. Okay, so
it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's kind of an awkward.
Oh, okay. All right. So one is actually a little bit bigger than the other. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I have A City Inside, which I really liked. I haven't read the other one yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. There's one book left that I haven't read yet, but I did check out, and that is Spinning by Tilly Walden.
Oh, I loved it.
So I'm excited to read that, but I'm dying to get her other books in. I'm on queue for
Spinning
all the new
one nonfiction. Spinning is nonfiction. So it's really good.
Cool. Well, I'm excited. But yeah, that's my that's what I read today.
Nice.
And I read a bunch of Walking Dead yesterday, and I hated it. I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it that much. I thought it was okay.
I was gonna say hate is a strong word, man.
It was okay. Walking Dead. I read it yesterday.
Walking Dead?
Yeah.
I like the first 100 issues.
So I read 48 issues, and I just thought it was okay.
Same, girl.
I mean,
I enjoyed it, guys. Whatever.
Well, and that's why. But I also, when I was reading it, I was like, if I had read this when it was coming out, I think I would have felt differently. And I don't know if it's because of the amount of other Walking Dead media I've consumed, or other media like it, that maybe even though this was really good for when it came out, for me now, I'm like, oh, it's okay. Because I played the games, and the games were amazing.
Oh, so good.
And I love them, and I want to cry just thinking about how good they are and how much I love those characters. But the book, I was like, I don't care about anyone dying. I just don't care. I'm like, I don't know what that says about me, but I'm like, bye.
I read the first 100 issues a few years ago, and I really liked it. I plan to revisit it eventually because it's ended now. But I still watch the show and love the show. So
yeah, and I'll catch up on that again. I always abandoned it for a couple of years, and then I just watch all of it.
You should, because my favorites are still around. So.
Okay,
sorry, you know.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
You know.
So can I go next?
Please.
Sure.
Okay. So I have a lot more, bunch of hauls, because also Kristen's fault. Now that I'm reading a lot more things over on Hoopla, then so I don't have much physical things to show. But I'm going to show some of the things. So one of the things I got, can you guys see it?
Oh, is that you and your cat?
Yes.
It's so cute. Oh, Katie Cook.
Katie Cook. So I don't know if it's coming up nice, but yeah. So it's like I recently got a new fur ball, so that's her there, and then that's cute. Me. So yeah. So this is from the New York Comic Con, and I already had it framed, and it's on my bedside. And she looked at it. My cat actually looked at it and just scoffed and then walked away.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
fine.
I'm like, you know what? It's okay.
Hey, quick question: how much are those Katie Cook sketches?
$10.
Okay, I'm gonna make Omar get me one this weekend.
Yes. So the thing is that Baltimore Comic Con will be probably a better place to get it, because there is not a lot of lines. In New York, there is a lot of lines. So yeah. So anyway, so I did get that. Now, I don't know if you guys recall, but last year in the Comic Con, I got this from Kristen Gutznuck. Mm-hmm. So this is Kamala.
Which I love. When she posted this, I was like, I bet this is for Faria.
That looks familiar.
So this is the last year. So this year, I got Winter Kamala.
Aww.
So
with the cat.
And the cat. Because I had to put my cat in there too. And then the Logjaw's there. And then, so now we kind of talked about it, that this is going to be our New York tradition, New York Comic Con tradition. The next year I'm going to get her spring Kamala, and then it will be summer Kamala. So then within 4 years, I'm going to have all 4 seasons.
Oh, so, I like it.
So anyway, so that's, so that was that. I was very happy with it. Then Jim Zub, he did this Miss Marvel for me.
Oh, cute.
And it was only $50. I was
that seems good for him too.
I know. I was
he's well known.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty great. I'm gonna get this. Then I also got this exclusive Marvel 1001 Mondo variant.
That's nice.
Is that Tom Whalen?
I don't know.
I think it's Tom Whalen. I love him.
There is a signature. There is a signature, but I couldn't tell. So I got 648. I got 648 out of 1001, so it's actually numbered. I only got it because she's there. So, and Kristen, do you recognize the frame?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I already bumped it. Yeah. So anyway, I actually had to stand around they do this weird thing that they give out the tickets at the beginning of the show. And then you have to come in at that time in order to stand in line for the merchandise. Marvel doesn't do anything. Someone can say oh, I want 50 of these, and they're going to be selling it to them. There is no limit.
That's kind of nonsense.
I know, right? And they have and then you have to. So I kind of hang around there. I'm like, can we go? And this lady's like, okay, come on, just go. And I'm like, you're the best. She's like, I know, just don't tell anyone.
So those are my favorite Comic-Con people.
I just she actually works for Marvel. So anyway, so that was that. And then I haven't framed it properly yet because I'm waiting for the frame to come in. But this is by Sanya Anwar. Can you see it?
Oh, cute!
That's awesome.
It's a new costume.
Yeah.
Also, My cat. Is
Oh, I got your cat again.
Cute. You're like, I don't know where to put my finger.
So yeah, so I haven't framed it properly yet. So I had this frame with me, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep it there for safety at this time, and then I'm gonna get it properly. And then this is actually a German artist that I found through Instagram, and she's very just does fan art and stuff. So I kind of sent her this cover, blank cover, and I got her to do this for me.
That is so sweet.
So initially it was supposed to be like just the front, right? They just hang like one of the log, and so she came up with this idea. I'm like, go for it. Go, girl.
That's beautiful.
And the thing is, like, in the TV, there is actually little Captain America with like and then she also read like an Avengers book over here.
Yeah.
It's just so perfect. If I had my cat at that time, my cat would have been there.
That's your new thing. I like it.
That's the new thing. That's my new thing. So yeah, so I recently got it framed and everything. I'm just like waiting for the last piece to come in so that it all go up.
Yeah.
And then book-wise, I got this, Nancy.
Girl, stop right now. We keep doing this.
God! So, I just love the strips. Like, it's just so dumb fun. And remember the one with the meta commentary? Like, that's the one I saw first. I'm like, what is this? I gotta have this. So it's just
all that good.
I love it so much. So I haven't read all of it yet, but I got it. So it was like only like $10 from Amazon and wasn't damaged, you guys. And then Immortal Hulk.
Nice.
So one thing to note though, they have changed the spine. So I don't know whether they're just doing it for the Hulk one or whatever, but Marvel is actually changing the spine.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, but the thing is, it's different from this.
Right.
Version.
Can you undress it for me?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Do you want to play some music?
I want to see it naked.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to play some
what it
music?
looks like.
Do you want to play some music for the undressing?
I could.
Yeah, go ahead. Play that for me. It's pretty, pretty hulking.
Oh, cool.
Ooh,
I like
that's
that.
nice.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
That's really nice.
Did that satisfy all your needs?
We loved it.
We loved it. Who are we?
I don't know, me and everyone else.
Like,
Yeah, I'm speaking for Maddie.
Yeah, like it was like we. What is that about? But yeah, so that was this. Then I kind of just walked up to Walter Simonson, who was in the IDW booth, and bought Ragnarok, the first one. Don't know what this is about, but I got it.
My dad's into that. I got that for my dad one year.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. And I also got Ignited. They were just giving this out free in like humanoid. Is that what it's called? They were giving this free. So Mark Wade, he was there. So I kind of just walked around. He's like, "Hey, how have you been?"
Oh,
cute.
I don't know whether he recognized me or that's the way he just greets everyone. I couldn't tell. But anyway, I'm like, good. Really waiting to read this. Let's read this. And then this is actually my sister, but I'm kind of keeping it for the time being because I want to read these. The whole group is going crazy over this. The Power Rangers editions. So I got all three for my sister. I liked the show as a kid. My sister's like, I never liked the show. I'm like, then why did I bought it? She's like, I don't know. I didn't tell you to. So I'm going to read it. If I like it, I'm going to keep this. If I don't like it, she's still going to get this gift. And I picked it just because she's going to love it. She doesn't care for all this comic and color. So it's good. It's perfect, like, perfect coffee table books. Oh, so I got all three. It's not the best, like what you call it, the best cover because every bump causes it to have a problem. It's pretty soft, if that makes sense. So I am being very, very careful with these because, I don't want it to get damaged. Yeah. And then I also got some pins. I'm now apparently in pin business, you guys.
Good.
So the thing is,
One of
like,
us.
yeah. So this bag is where all the pin goes.
Ooh, all the Scotty Young ones.
Yeah, all the young ones. Well, I already had before, but you can
Okay.
see. Well, which way I'm going? Okay, there you go. Can you see the bottom ones?
Yeah, those are cute. Oh, the new
Cute.
one.
Yeah, those are all Jen Bartels.
Those are great.
Yeah. So
She's great.
she had a huge line.
I mean, she's
in her-
crazy popular now.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
variants she does, like, people go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, I got this, and then I also got, like, this Saga ones from Image.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I have that lion cat.
Yeah, and then I also got a monstrous one. And
cute.
Tyler Chu, he gifted this to me.
Aw.
So yeah. So now I have pins. Yeah. So that was all my haul from New York Comic Con.
That's a good
Nice.
haul.
That's a great
Yeah.
haul.
I actually, like, it was very small, but I kind of liked it. And then also in terms of reading, I don't even know, you guys. I read. Like, I read, like, a whole bunch of, like, random things because I was sick all of last week. So I caught up with, like, Good Place, so that was something.
I love the Good
That's
Place.
great.
Yeah, so I caught up with that. I caught up with Bob's Burger, and then a couple other things. I did read Nailbiter. That's the one I caught up.
Okay.
And wasn't a fan of the ending, but apparently it's coming back.
Fair. It's coming back.
Huh? Apparently.
Hmm.
That's why
I'm into that. I like
yeah,
the ending.
right. So the thing is, like, I don't know. I just, like, I was like, where is this going? And then Ice Cream Man, I did read that, and that was awesome.
Ooh, I've been dying to read Ice Cream Man. Everyone's
I've read
really
some
good.
of that. I need to get back into it.
So it's kind of very much like you don't have to wait for the series to be over because every issue is like a one shot.
Yeah, it's like an anthology series.
You're right, oh, that's what it's called. Anthology series. So it's kind of, pretty good. And then I kind of went on to this, like, because I was freaking out that my Hoopla credits are gonna expire. So I borrowed Manifest Destiny, this Image series. I don't know what that is about, but I haven't read it yet. But it's there, and it's going to expire soon, so I should read it. And by the way, those, like, DC Ink books, man, other than Harley Quinn one, every other ones are so bad.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with them because I support it, and they're not like they're awful. It's just but
Dumb.
I feel like they should be better.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because we all three of us have read other young adult graphic novels, so we know what they can be and, like, why that format can be really, really good, especially for character-driven stories. I don't know what the disconnect is between, like, I don't know why DC isn't picking up those writers for this.
Raina Telgemeier, give her do it.
Second, what do we do? How do we fix this?
Oh, I also read Infidel by Pornsec Pichot, I think.
Ooh, did you like it?
I really loved it. It was very spooky
Yeah.
and scary. And then, also, like, all the whole thing about racism and all that just going on. So it was pretty interesting.
I'm picking that up from the library tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a very quick read though, because
Yeah.
you're mostly like there's not a lot of words, So I really liked it. I liked the lead as well, so I recommend that one. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sweet.
Nice.
Well, I got some things.
All right.
Yeah.
So I did get Nancy, like we talked about. I actually already read it, so I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
It's so good. If you've seen any of it online, it's very funny. Literally laugh out loud funny, which I don't do with a lot of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And this collection's pretty small. I think it's all of 2018. And what's really great, I loved a lot. At the end, they republished, like, an exclusive interview with Olivia James, the author.
Oh.
I don't know if you know anything about her history. That's not her actual name. No one knows who she actually is. So she
Ooh.
doesn't do a lot of media. She doesn't do any cons. She showed up at, like, one con with a hoodie around her face and, like, a disguise, right? Just to prove that she existed, which is fascinating. So they talk about all that at the end. And I'm very interested. In the year of 2019, you could still kind of be anonymous. Like, it's amazing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Hold up. So is she like an established author who is using Olivia, or it's like
No one knows.
maybe?
No one knows.
I say it's Kelly Thompson.
Well, a lot of people were like, oh, like assuming she was a man or like all these other things. So that's why she wanted to like go in person and be like, hi, I'm a woman and I exist. And here we go. Right. It's fascinating. So pick that up. You're right. It's very cheap on Amazon. So it's worth it. I also picked up some of these DuckTales trades for dirt cheap. They were like $3. You know, and come on, guys.
Great.
Yeah, it's the new IDW series and it's really fun. So of course I had to do that. Also got the DuckTales Classics trade.
Nice.
And that's some of the old like 90s comics. You know I'm all about the Ducks, guys. So I got those. Let's see. I got this, which, let's see. This is like a regular trade. Here's this book. It's quite wide and tall, right?
Yeah.
And it's a mysterious melody, or how Mickey met Minnie. Guys, look at how cute. So it's a story of how they met each other. And I just love the art, and it's so cute, and I'm excited for this. So this was also very cheap. And then on IST's damage sale, I missed out on everything but this, which is Buffy panel to panel. Can you see how shiny?
Oh, wow.
It's so beautiful.
That looks so nice.
It goes through season 8 and the older stuff. So a lot of the old art isn't great, but they put a lot of the good art in here. So this is really just an art book, and it shows you, you know, some of the stuff throughout the years. And I really like it. It's also very big.
That's really cool.
So I never picked this up, and I don't know where the damage is, guys. So I'm excited.
With IST damage sale, there's no actual damage ever.
Typically not. Sometimes I've noticed, but yeah, this thing's big, so it's a nice size.
Are you guys excited about the next? Like, they're still continuing with season 11, I think, or 12.
Yeah, I'm really excited with it because now they're releasing like a library edition of Angel season 11,
which I love. But also, where's the rest of Angel and Faith?
Yeah, like, are we not getting a library edition for Angel?
Like, we're just gonna skip the Angel and Faith they didn't collect. That's confusing to me.
I mean, I'm still gonna buy it. I'm gonna run out of room.
Yeah, of course I'm still gonna buy it too, but I hope they're just as big. I think that's what everybody's like concerned about.
Yeah, I think everybody's. I need to see.
I'll be fine either way. Honestly, I'm buying it either way. Yeah. But you know,
they already got you. Like,
they already got me. Yeah. They got me at Angel.
Right.
Yeah. Then I picked up. I never got this for some reason. The Chosen Ones. It's a one shot. It's pretty thick. It's like an $8 book. But you have to read this before the Hellmouth event. That's what I read. So I'm going to read this. Here's Angel number 5, the prelude to the Hellmouth. The Hellmouth is where they both cross over. Yeah. Which is currently coming out. I love, by the way, this cutout stake that they've been doing, and then they put all the credits in.
That's really
nice. I think that's beautiful. I love how they did that. And then I got the Hellmouth number 1 and the connecting variant, which I thought was cute. But I do love this cover. It's Jenny. You love her.
I do.
Then I got Steeple number 1, John Allison's new book, Disney Afternoon Giant, because I love those Disney afternoon shows, because I'm a nerd. And then I picked up the rest of Canto, 4 and 5. This is so good.
So Canto's coming back next year, you guys.
I'm so excited.
So it's going to come back with another series, and I think a one-shot. But I am actually just talking, I actually DM'd Drew Zucker to ask him to do a commission of me of Kamala and Kanto together.
Aww. Is he going to? Did he reply?
He said that he will let me know when he's ready for it.
I see. Fair's busy.
I mean, justifiably so.
Yeah.
So, I'm not... Yeah.
I didn't read tons, so I'm going to go through those real quick. But I showed this on our last library haul, Maddie and I did. I think I should. Maybe I didn't show this, but it's Mighty Jack and Zeta the Space Girl. These are great all ages series, and they crossed over. So this was so fun. I love both the series, and this is like volume 3, I think, in the Mighty Jack series. But yeah, if you like good all ages books, get these at your library. They're gonna be there. It's very fun, and I love his art. So this was great. Stargazing by Jen Wang. who I adored, the prince and
I'm in queue for that one.
Yeah, this was really great. I read this and I loved everything about it. So
okay, that's good to
check
know
this out.
because it's on my favorite for Hoopla. So
Yeah, this is great. I read Gio. I think it's Gio, right, Maddie? Is that how you say it? Gio. Okay.
No, it's just like it's hard to say. It's Gio. It all just,
Oh,
it's really
you're
quick.
like, you can't say it.
I mean, it's okay.
All right, whatever Maddie said, that's what this is. But Jujutsu, it's so creepy and gross, and I really enjoyed it. So this is a good Halloween
It's all about,
read.
like, what? Fish in Shibuya, right?
Yeah, like, let me find a good pic. Okay, so, like, all of these things start coming out. Fish and sharks start walking out of, like, the ocean with creepy legs. And they start coming onto land and, like, attacking people, and they also smell like death.
Oh,
So,
God! Okay.
yeah. And it gets even creepier. It's very creepy, but I enjoyed it.
I hate fish. Now it kind of justified my hatred. Like, it vindicated me. Why I should be hating
I love fish.
No, gross.
I mean, come on.
Oh,
Look at
God.
Oh,
I think I'll pick that one up next year because so far it's like a track record. I just get like that format. It's like last year was Uzumaki.
Yeah.
This year I bought Tomie. Next year it'll be Gyo.
I'm reading through tons of his stuff right now because I can't stop. It's
They're
just
so good.
It's so unique and so good and so creepy. And this one was particularly gross, but I still very much enjoyed it. So I went from that to Bodhi Troll, which is like the total opposite. This is a Boom series. It's coming back next year, I think, which is exciting. I love the art. It is so cartoony. Scotty Young blurbed this on the cover, and I can see somewhat similarities between them, but he's still very unique. Like, his cartoony. Jay Foskett. I love this. It was such like, it's about this troll, this little troll. He's very cute. If you can see him, there's Bodhi. And he loves to eat like really gross roots. And they live in like this town. It's like a little village. And he wants to be big and bad, but he's a tiny little troll. He's like a runt.
Aww.
And so people call him cute, and he gets so mad because he just wants to be like an evil troll, but he's really not. So it's just about this town, and it's so fun. I fell in love with this universe, so I totally recommend this. It's a very like nice floppy trade too, and it's a pretty good chunk. So
What's the name? What's the name of it?
Bodhi Troll.
Bodhi Troll. Okay, I'm gonna see if Hoopla has it.
It was really great. So check that out.
They do.
Read it now. But
Okay,
that's what I read. I didn't read it. Yeah,
Oh,
That's a lot to me.
that was a lot. Sorry, I was actually trying to find. I read Glass Snow Apples Glass.
Yeah, how was that? The new game info, great.
It's not good.
It's not good.
So here's the thing.
You and Jess think total opposites.
So
Jess is like, it's amazing.
The art is fantastic. But this is the retelling of Snow White from the point of view of the queen. And a young Snow White was raped twice in it. So no, it's not good. It's not good. Like, it was very vividly shown. Like, it was like kind of in the corner. It was there, but it was there. Now you can say, well, it's an unreliable narrator, so it may not have happened. We don't know that. But the thing is, like, that was there, and it was also the whole thing, how to say that the original story was supposed to be that the dwarves were actually pimping her out.
Yeah.
That's the original story. So that's the story they decided to go with this, which is pretty creepy. And, but to be honest, I'm done with any story that has rape in it. I don't care. I don't care if it was the best story ever told. If you have a rape in it for no reason, it's going to get a bad rating from me. So
that's fair.
Yeah, but the art is fantastic, guys. Like, so the art is kind of done. It's not sequential. So each page is kind of like, whatever she's talking about, everything is kind of happening together. If you know what I mean, it's kind of like art pieces.
Yeah.
It's so detailed. It's like amazingly done. I actually want to buy it from Colleen Doran just to have it so that she gets directly the money from me and I get to have it.
I bet you could.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that, and it's a very new game and stuff. But the thing is, like, I wasn't a fan of that. I don't care for, so like Maleficent or like other, but Maleficent, I think it was positively done. But it's like, oh, we're taking the fairy tale and we're gonna make them grim and dark because Disney. Boo! I don't care for that. I don't subject to that. No, stop it. Like,
That's fair.
So yeah, so I wasn't into it. Mm-mm.
Well, just buy it as an art book.
Yeah, that's why I would recommend that. Buy it as an art book. If you want it as an art book, go for it. But anyway.
All right.
Cool.
Trying to read anything else? I think that's it.
Oh,
I read other stuff, but maybe I just didn't. I read The Woods, but I think I talked about that a few weeks ago.
did you like it?
I liked it. I know that not everybody here did, but I really liked it.
I honestly can't even remember how I felt about it. It's been so long.
So I loved the first two issue trade. I loved it, and then it just kind of went. Oh, did you not feel that? I feel like it kind of went a little longer than probably it should.
I really
The characters, though, I loved every one of them.
I just thought it was such a unique story, and it's not what I was expecting. It reminded me of like a sci-fi TV show, like from the Sci-Fi Channel, not just like a sci-fi show, but like a show that would be on the Sci-Fi Channel. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. All right. So, are we wrapping up now?
Oh man, I mean, I guess.
Sure. I mean, if anyone in the chat has anything to ask us or something, you can do that. But if not, then we can leave.
Leighton said, learned recently that Rampearl's original costume was designed by a woman. She intended her to have a fun and sexy tongue-in-cheek vibe. Yeah, I did hear that too.
Ooh, what is this one?
The original Vampirella costume was designed by a woman.
And that excuse the toothpick, like the toothbrush or whatever it is, like
the toothbrush,
the floss,
like, the floss dress.
Oh, the floss.
Freya's over there trying to put a toothbrush between your teeth. That's why you can't floss properly, Freya.
I like it. Yeah, and I'm still waiting to. Man, I've read so much Vampirella recently, you guys, and well, not so much. I read a little more Vampirella recently, and it's still just okay.
There was a New York Comic Con. There was a original, like a person with a Vampirella cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know where to look. Like, you couldn't make eye contact. And I'm a mom. I'm just gonna be honest here. If I'm feeling this way, how is how is everyone else is going to react to that? I really didn't know where. I really couldn't make eye contact. I'm like, like I had to make eye contact like this.
I mean, that's what you should be doing anyway, right?
Right. And she was very everyone stopped her to take pictures with her. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lionheart said, "What's the name of that Power Rangers book that you had here?"
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
It's like year 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, year 1 and 2 by Boom.
By Kyle Higgins, who I don't care for. But
and then the third book is Shattered Grid.
Yeah, so I got all three though. So this is Shattered Grid because this is like an NYCC exclusive, so they kind of put that out there earlier. And then year 1. So this is year 2, and then this is year 1.
And Lionheart, just so you know, these do go out of print.
Yeah, but they'll bring it back.
I think they'll bring it back. But it's from what I've heard, it's really good. I've been meaning to read it because I'm a Power Rangers fan, but I just still haven't. And I didn't feel like buying it when it was back in print.
So the thing is, they're all available in Hoopla. Every single issue, all the trades and everything is available in Hoopla. So if you can check that out from there, and then if you think that, oh, I really love it, so when it comes back up in print again, you can go and snap that up.
I think that's what I'll do because it came back on In Stock Trades, and it would have been $50 each for those, and I was like, I don't want to spend $50 each.
Well, and they're like 12 issues or something.
Yeah,
not even that much. That's
right.
I was just like, what are you? I was like, I love your editions, but like a $75 standard price for this. I was like, no.
Yeah, it looks pretty, but Yeah, but the thing is, like, nah, I wouldn't do that if you are like kind of unsure. I bought this for my sister. That's what I'm saying. Like, but if I like it, she's gonna get a different gift.
There you go. I hope you do.
You know.
Michael Lombardo said, "I think there's a Buffy Angel trade paperback Hellmouth coming out soon." That is true.
Right.
Yeah, they are
These
really
are coming out right now.
just for that event, so that should come out. So I just read the Justice League Power Rangers crossover was quite enjoyable. I've heard good things about that too. I'd like to read that. And eventually, I'll probably just do like a Power Ranger like binge. I mean, the Pink Power Ranger is my favorite growing up. I did read her trade because there's one trade that's just about the Pink Power Ranger that's tied in with all those books.
And it's
written
written,
just about her.
It's written by Kelly Thompson.
Yeah, it's really good. I liked
Yeah,
it.
of course it is. It is written by Kelly
Of course. And
Of course.
I love the Pink Power Ranger a lot. I had a birthday cake and a costume and all like the toys.
So funny story about Power Ranger though. So in Bangladesh, he was actually dubbed, and their names were also dubbed. So I thought they were all Bangladeshi people.
I love that. So did Bangladesh get like the American Power Rangers or like?
yeah. But the thing is, like, you know,
I
because
love that because I mean, think about how many steps were in between that, like the OG, because like Power Rangers, right? They reshot the scenes at Angel Grove with the regular students, but then all the like fighting scenes were from an older Japanese show.
Oh, really?
Yes. So the amount of different things added in and cut is ridiculous.
Oh, you asked me what was those. I do not remember, and I do not recall seeing their face, seeing the faces of the actors.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
you know, outside of their because my sister's like, how did you think they were Bangladeshi if you know their face was there? I'm like, no, Samina, their face was never there. They were always under the mask. And then she's like, you're weird.
Man, you missed it. I had the biggest crush on the Green Ranger, like the biggest. Now I'm not a fan of his.
Girl, listen, if you come to New York Comic Con, they're always there for photo op.
No, well, our local convention in Lexington.
I was going to say Lexington, right?
It's basically a Power
They're
Ranger
all the
convention.
time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, basically, because they're always there, all of them.
Jason David Frank forever.
Oh, he's always there.
Always there.
And then like Bulk and Skull, it's like, oh, here he is again. Like I see these guys all the time. It's like, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Oh man, speaking of conventions, Kristen, I don't know. Do you watch Doctor Who?
I haven't seen the new stuff, unfortunately.
No, I don't care about that right now.
I loved Matt Smith.
Did you hear about Eccleston's coming?
Really?
Yes, to Louisville. I'm losing it. I'm excited.
I never watched his stuff, so I'm like, oh, yeah, I know who he is. That's all I
Did you
got.
watch that season?
No, I didn't. I know.
I started with
I know.
David Tennant.
What? You guys.
I plan to go back one day.
I only
But I
watched David Tennant's 2 seasons of David Tennant, and that's it. I'm
Why
like,
didn't you keep going with Matt Smith?
I don't know.
I mean, I wasn't a big Matt Smith fan.
I think at that point, I was kind of watching it just before I was moving, and then a move happened, and then I just never picked it up.
That's fair.
You know.
Yeah.
Just wait and come back to it and just do a big binge.
That's what I probably someday I'll do. It's too
One day.
dramatic for me. It's like too much drama over nothing. Like,
you
you
love
know.
that stuff. What do you mean?
No, over nothing. I don't necessarily
Over
care.
something.
Yeah, over
I mean, this
something.
is end of the world stuff. There's something going on.
Like, you know, they just like, you know, and then why is everyone so always get so surprised that it's bigger inside? Like, what did you think it was going to be?
I mean, listen, I love
Like-
Torchwood more than anything, so I'm that weirdo.
That's true.
I'm like, give me John Barrowman, I'm fine.
that I would say yes, John Merriman all the time. He was like the only person I was ever like, you know, I kind of regret not going because I think who was it? Like, you know, C2E2, someone went to take a photo op with him. We had the opportunity to go.
Yeah. Omar's, well, I guess all of our friends now, Jeff.
Oh, right. And there was, he was like, "Oh, do you want to come?" Like he was offering us. I'm like, "No, it's okay." And then Harry went and everything, and the picture came out so well. I'm like, "Damn it!" It's
I
like,
have a good one with him too. He's so good.
I
grabbed my
had
butt
met
and
him
my photo.
before.
huh? Did he hug you afterwards?
He grabbed my butt during my photo op.
Nice. He's
That's
allowed.
He's lovely. Oh, I mean, I told him it's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was
Even-
consensual.
Consensual butt grabbing. Did you grab his?
No, but then he smacked mine as I left. I didn't ask for that one, but I liked it. So I'm fine. I'm okay with it. He was lovely. His panels are legendary, though. So if you ever get to go to a panel, oh my gosh, they're so good.
Was it
So
Fandom Fest where you met him, Kristen, or a different?
Yeah. No, it's Fandom Fest.
The Fandom Fest where he made a live video complaining about it.
The Fandom Fest, the worst con I've ever been to. However, I had great things happen.
Yeah.
Because John Barrowman was great, Norman Reedus was great. Like, it was great.
We could have been the same line.
We probably were.
I saw Jason Momoa that weekend. I didn't even know who he was.
Oh my gosh, I did too.
Yeah,
I remember him, yeah.
That handsome guy.
Yeah, oh, that guy with hair.
I was crazy.
With hair.
The hair guy, yeah.
So why was it bad? Tell me about it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, Fandom Fest. Because every time I talk to people that had a bad experience at Fandom Fest, it was the same year that I was there. It's the one year I was there, and
What
I guess
happened?
Kristen was there too.
Yeah, it was also the one year I went.
Yeah,
And
same.
It was terrible.
It was just very poorly organized. The lines for everything were insane. The staff didn't know which line was what.
Yeah,
so
they were clueless.
It was just a big room of lines, and no one knew what line was what.
It's true. No signs. No one could help anyone. We actually got kicked out of certain rooms because the fire marshal came in and was like, "There's too many people here." So they oversold, and then we just had to stand outside and wait to get back in. Like, it was terrible.
Man, I was in a line to see Norman Reedus for hours.
Oh my god, that line. Yeah, we were the same line, 100%, because that line was awful.
Oh, it sucked.
Ugh.
But like, I had some good points that weekend, but I hated it so much that I was supposed to stay with some friends in a hotel in Louisville, and I just went home. I just drove back to Cynthia.
We went right back home too. I was like, no.
But I did get to see a band that I now really like, which apparently Kristen's husband knows.
Oh, yeah. Cool. It's so funny they were there too, because I had no idea. Well, at the time, I don't know if I knew them or not, but anyway.
It was years ago.
Yeah.
But it was just bad.
So you guys never went back since then?
No.
Oh, God, no.
And I spent all of my days talking shit about them.
And they shut down, right?
Well, because the last one was in an abandoned mall, and there were dead raccoons.
Oh my gosh. It got even worse. Just when you think it can't get worse, it got worse. I didn't hear that. That's crazy.
And they had like guests coming and everything. How did they? So if someone like that, like they got those level guests, you would think that they would.
They fucked it up real bad though that year.
Oh, and the guests knew it.
Yeah, because they would forget to pick people up.
Yeah. Well, who is it?
To their panels.
One of the doctors, one of the older doctors. Yeah, there's a big hubbub about him and them not bringing him to the right room or knowing where he was. So he was late to his panel. Like, and he was openly talking about it. Like, it was terrible. Yeah,
and John Barrowman, I can't remember what happened to him, but he made a video too because he was like,
yeah, I think he apologized to everyone, just like, hey, this is crazy. Like. Oh my gosh, it was awful.
The one thing I was gonna say though, New York Comic Con, it felt like this year there was like more people on Thursday than Friday or Saturday. It just felt that way. I don't know what it was, but it was like it just felt so crowded on Thursday compared to Friday and Saturday. And they really need to. Also, the thing is like gender neutral bathrooms. What is the point of that if that was going to be taken over by men? Like, it was just a disastrous situation. And the thing is, like, and it's like also like because that's the one with the less line, like, because there was so much longer lines and everything. There's like a huge line of just men in that line. And then this lady wanted to get in there, and then this guy is like, "Well, it's only for men. This is for men." And then the lady is like, "No, it's not. It's for gender neutral." I just don't know. So I got to witness that stupidity as well. There's a lot of cool cosplay. That's good.
At least there's cool cosplay.
And I also shoved some kids aside to get to the Marvel, Miss Marvel. So I get to be in the middle of all the people in
That
Miss
sounds
Marvel.
like
Yeah,
you.
the big shoot, the big picture.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cute.
isn't it right? Because Sana said that, anyone's wearing the T-shirt with the Miss Marvel logo, you can come up there too. So obviously, I beat some kids up, and then just went up there, and then was in the middle. So that was pretty good. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So are you not going to Baltimore this weekend?
I was thinking about it, but my parents are I have some family
yeah.
things to take care of, so I don't know. I don't have the details yet to kind of figure out whether I will still be able to go for a little while. But as it stands right now, it's probably going to be just there, and I'm out of here. So I don't know, but I really want to go just to take a picture with Jeff Lemire, so I can send it to Kristen.
Why are you so mean to me?
I don't know. Just because. That's what because I kept
I don't
on
like
telling
it.
because I kept on telling you come to Baltimore Comic Con.
Yeah, you want to give me some money to do that?
Yeah. Do you want me to say? Like I can like
You want to come work for me?
No.
I bet you don't.
Pass on that.
I'm going in a few hours. You
Oh
wanna,
really?
like 2 hours, yeah.
Girl, I don't know. But anyway, so are we wrapping up?
Yeah, I think it's a good time.
So I wanted to kind of make a announcement.
Do you want to do that before or after IST?
After IST.
Okay, so you could go to instocktrades.com to get all the books we talked about. Pick up Bodhi Troll. Pick up all the other ones. Pick up Guts because we all loved it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get great
Is
packaging.
Guts there, by the way?
Let me check real quick before
I'm
we
gonna check
say
too.
it.
Because it's scholastic,
Oh, it's
like
not. So pick up
crap.
Are You Listening by Tilly
Yeah, that's there 100%.
Immortal Hulk, but Nancy's not there though, right?
I don't think so. Pumpkinheads is, which I love.
Pumpkinheads
Someone asked about that.
Yeah, Magnificent Miss Marvel, the trade one. Get that
Frog
too.
Catchers by Jeff Lemire. Yeah.
Ooh, I love Frog Catchers.
Yeah, it's great. So check those out. You're going to get great packaging. You heard Free and I talk about we got a book from Amazon and we were shocked it wasn't damaged. You're not going to get that at IST. And if you do, there's great customer service and they can help you out. Put $50 in your cart if you're in the United States, free shipping. And you know I have to do that. So go there and get stuff. It's great.
Right. So my announcement is today is actually my last show. I cannot express how lovely it was to do this with you ladies for last 1.5 years almost. Like I cannot believe it.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's 61 episodes, like 61 weeks. 61 weeks. And then, we get to do so much. And because of two of you, I now have a cat. Like that's the
best part.
That's the best part. I wish she was here so I could show, but she's actually having a moment somewhere because I didn't pay attention to her. But anyway, it was really lovely. I got to start the Fangirlz Assemble channel, and that was really awesome to kind of talk about it. But I think it's kind of feeling like it's time to do some other things. I'll forever remember like this moment, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to be back ever, but anytime you ladies want to invite me, I'll be here, but not as more of a regular basis. So thank you all for joining and listening, because without that we'd probably still be talking to each other, just recording like this, but it wouldn't be as great without the audience participation. So, I'm kind of feeling I'm too, but thank you.
People are crying in the chat. Look at what you did.
Yeah.
Oh.
And, thank you because you're the one that's, gathered the A-Force and got us together.
Yeah. So
regardless of what happens after, if you feel like coming back anytime, you're always welcome.
Yeah, we're welcome.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. I mean, maybe I just need to miss the show a little bit. Maybe by next week, I'm like, why my Sunday feels so empty?
It's Sunday night. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? I'm not talking to Maddie and Kristen. That's what's going on. And maybe I will be back. But yeah, so as it stands right now, it's just going to be. I'm going to take a little bit of step back and focus on some other things right now.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone, and thank you.
Of course.
Well, we love you, and you're going to be missed. And people are crying.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Don't cry. Maddie and Kristen will take good care of you all.
Yeah, so we'll still be doing this, so in case anybody was worried.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Away.
It may be on random nights like this, but we'll be here.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're not allowed to go away. That's kind of like you have to do this because or else I'll be sad.
Yeah.
And I'll come back and do the show because you are not doing it.
That's how we get you back.
No. Wait, why am I saying this?
Just pop up in the chat every now and then. So
I would definitely be popping up in the chat. Yeah,
awesome.
and you're never gonna know who is this. This is gonna be a challenge, you guys.
You have silly names, yeah. That'll be fun. Who's free it tonight?
Yeah, who's free it tonight? I'll have silly names, but I'll have I will not give myself away, but it will be I'll make things entertaining.
All right.
Yeah. So that's what it's gonna be.
All right, guys. Well, we did it.
We did it.
We love you all, and I hope you all have a good night. Thanks for joining us on a Wednesday.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I like shooting on a Wednesday, although for some reason I'm a little tired from work, but we will be back again on Sunday at the regular time. If anything changes, we'll let you guys know, but we will see you then. And good night.
Have a good night.
And now we sit here